Congressman Conyers, let's explain what it is that you're talking about, since no one knew what the word emoluments was anyway. But it involves this lawsuit that you're involved with against President Trump. You and nearly 200 Congress members from the Senate and the Congress, 196 overall, are suing President Trump, accusing him of violating the emoluments clause of the Constitution by accepting millions of dollars in payments from foreign governments to Trump's companies while serving as U.S. president. The lawsuit alleging Trump's accepted foreign emoluments payments which benefit him directly without going to Congress first to get its consent. I want to turn to Elizabeth Wydra, who is president of the Constitutional Accountability Center, which filed the lawsuit on behalf of you and the 195 other members of Congress. This is what she says.
President Trump has received billions of dollars from foreign governments leasing space in his properties, placing diplomats in his hotels. He's received very valuable trademarks from foreign governments. And this is just the tip of the iceberg, the benefits that we know that he's received from foreign governments in violation of the Constitution. So what we need to do is have a transparent process. That's what the Constitution envisions. That's what it requires. And we're going into court today to make sure that the president abides by the Constitution.
Among the violations cited in the lawsuit, Trump accepting intellectual property rights when he was granted trademarks by the Chinese government and accepted payments from foreign governments by leasing space in his properties and placing diplomats in his hotels. Representatives of Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Kuwait have all stayed at Trump International Hotel in D.C., which is located right near the White House. The lawsuit involving more congressional plaintiffs than any legal action ever taken against a president. Congressmember John Conyers, you are one of the leaders in this lawsuit. Why?
Well, because it's simply a constitutional violation that's pure and simple, Amy. This is something that we can't sit by and let happen as if it doesn't matter. It does matter, and it's not complicated or complex or anything else. And that's why we have so many congressmen and senators working with us on it.
And Congressman Conyers, can you explain why it's so significant that you say that Trump has violated the emoluments clause? Why is that so important?
Well, it says that emoluments are money, benefits, or other awards that can't be used in the legislative process. Without the emoluments clause, Amy, the government and the lawmakers are subject to all kinds of offers, bribes, inducements, and so it's really a waste of the democratic process if we don't do something about it. And so that's why we've got 160 congressmen and 30 senators as well, all joined with us.
Now, so far, the 196 of you, you and Senator Blumenthal of Connecticut are leading the charge here in this lawsuit, are all Democrats. Among others, the president's spokesperson, Sean Spicer, has said that these attacks on Trump around the emoluments clause are all partisan. Will any Republicans be joining your ranks in this lawsuit?
We'll find out today because we're inviting them to come in. We didn't want to get in. We didn't want to start off with a debate about what provisions should be allowed, what emphasis should, and how this should be written. We decided to just start with the people that we knew would join immediately, and now we'll be working on Republicans, and we want them to come in. We hope that some of them do, and I think a few of them will.
Well, it's an honor to have you with us, Congressman John Conyers, representing Michigan's 13th congressional district, which includes Detroit, the current ranking member and former chair of the House Judiciary Committee. Thank you so much for joining us from the Capitol. In a moment, when we come back from break, we'll be joined by your colleague, by Barbara Lee, to talk not only about the shooting that's taken place, she also has joined this lawsuit, but also what President Trump is expected to do tomorrow in Miami, and that is to curtail the opening of Cuba. We ask you to stay with us. We'll be back in a minute.